everyone, this is Randy with AGM. In this video, we're going to be talking about the new Adder series thermal scopes. One thing that you'll notice right off the beginning here is that they look more like a traditional scope. Keep in mind though that it is still a thermal scope, so there is still a screen, there still is a thermal sensor in here. Internally, the makeup is completely different than what you would think of when looking through a traditional scope. So why did we come out with this model as opposed to some of the stuff that we already have? One unique feature about these is that the body and the style of these scopes allows for a little bit more eye relief. So a lot of guys, especially guys that are running bolt guns, when you don't have a lot of real estate on top, there's not a lot of area for mounting your optics. If you were gonna go with something like a Rattler or the Varmint, the eyepiece would be much too far forward for you to actually get a comfortable kind of purchase on the weapon and look through the scope. So going to a more traditional body allows this eyepiece to come back closer to your eye so it looks and feels more appropriate, more what you're used to feeling when looking through a standard scope. Another unique feature about all of the Adders is that they come with two internal 18650 batteries. So you can charge these with the cable that plugs right into one of these battery caps, and that charge will last between 14 to 16 hours depending on conditions. I've taken this scope out, we've done coyote hunts, been out with it all night long, never had an issue with that. Of course, if you also want to run an external battery pack in addition to your already 15 hours, you can do that. You can plug in the cable, you can run it to a battery bank that you've got mounted on your rifle and give yourself even more juice. So if you look closely at the Adder, you'll notice that the way that they function and the buttons are kind of unique and very intuitive. You have your power button on top here, brightness settings. Built into every Adder unit is video recording as well as audio. So when you press and hold the camera button and you're starting to record video, you're actually recording audio at the same time, which is a feature that none of the other lines actually have. The dial on the left-hand side allows you to navigate the menu by just turning it. It also allows you to zoom in and out. A lot of guys, when they pick these up, they learn the controls and it's really, really fast and really intuitive for them to hold the button down, scroll through the menu, set it up just the way you want to, pick your crosshair, pick your preferred color palette, and you're ready to go. Now the Adders are also quite a bit heavier and less compact than our other thermal scopes, and they also come with a varying degrees of objective lens sizes. In the 384 resolution model here on my left, we have a 35mm objective lens. The base magnification on that is 3 power. Moving over to the 50mm objective lens with that same 384 resolution, the base mag is 4 power. Coming over here to the 640 unit, a 35mm objective lens gives you a base magnification of 2 power. And then over here on the 50mm objective lens on this 640 resolution unit, the base magnification is 2.5 power. So obviously, especially with these lower resolution models, the base magnification is much higher than traditional, than like the Rattler scope and some of the other things that we offer. Well, that is also to your advantage if you are generally using this for taking shots at greater distances. That's kind of one of the areas the Adder really shines. The Adder series are also all 12 micron, so smaller pixels means more resolution, more clarity, so you're gonna get better image quality with the Adder series than you will with the Rattler series. Keep in mind, again, you're also gonna get more base magnification, so you're gonna have an overall more clear picture with the drawbacks of a little bit more bulky, a little heavier, but still in that traditional form that everybody loves. Out of the box, every Adder you pick up is gonna come with that tried and true American Defense Manufacturing mount. In this one, we've got the standard 1.5 inch height on their Ad Recon mounts that comes included with every Adder. So the difference between the Adder though and some of the other scopes that you pick up is that you do have to mount it yourself. So follow the instructions, there's a little card in there. It's really not that difficult. You don't have to worry about crushing tubes and glass like you do with traditional scopes, but you shouldn't be torquing these things too much at the same time. Really easy just to throw it in there, torque it down and get the mount put exactly where you want to. If you're not familiar with how to do that, you can contact us. You could actually reach out to American Defense Manufacturing. There are instructions on how to get set up with one of their Ad Recon mounts for a whole bunch of other scopes. The outer tube on this is actually just a 30mm tube, so this mount can actually go on many of your other scopes that are out there and vice versa. You don't even have to use the QD mount that it comes with. If you have some other mount that you're a big fan of, you have that versatility with the Adder. Whereas with the Rattler and the Varmint series, the mount is what the mount is, and that was a custom-made mount for that scope, so you do get more options with the Adder as well. Alright guys, that about covers it for the Adder series thermal scopes. If you have any more questions about things that we didn't cover in this video, I recommend that you just go onto our website at agmglobalvision.com. We'll see you next time.